Hello everyone and welcome to this video where I'll show you how to use MyBlocks in Scratch. So you would have seen this MyBlock red color on the corner of your Scratch screen. But do you know what it does? So it is basically for doing a lot of calculation and then creating your own block that can help you simplify your main code blocks. So let's see with an example. So here I can see it's a simple block where I have added Abby here from our sprites, and whenever I click on this flag, she'll say hello. But let's say instead of saying hello, we want her to say something multiplied by 2. So let's say we give any number here, and she will say that number multiplied by 2. So whenever I put some 5, she will say 10, 6, 12, for 7 she will say 14, and something like that. It's just an example, but you can do any math, any kind of logic, any kind of complex algorithm can be done using these my blocks. But to give you a simple example, I have done this multiply by 2. So instead of say hello, if I replace it with my blocks multiply by 2 and just say 7, so see what happens here. She is saying 14. Now if I put here, instead of 7, I put 106. It will multiply and still say 212, which is like 2 times of 106, which is um, a very simple math. But she can do any complex things as well because of this my block. So let's see how this my block works. So I will first start with a new block. So let's say I am creating a new by block, and here I'll give the block name something like not multiply by 2, but let's say some complex numbering. And I put, let's say, in the input box I can give multiple inputs, but here I'll just give one. So and let's see how we generate that complex number. So for that I will start with my variable. So here I go to my variables, and I will just use the set variable, and let's say I pick my variable here, and let's do some complex numbering here. So what number should I put here? Let's say I go to operators, and let's do something like x plus y, but in that we do some multiplication, and then do some kind of division, and let's put it there. So we'll take a number first, and we'll use that number and multiply it by, let's say, 15, and add, and then divide that number by 5 and add those two values. So let's say if I take 10, so 10 will be multiplied by 15, which is 150, plus 10 by 5, which is 2, so 152. So and then we'll make this character say all what that answer is. So for that we have to basically pick the say, and then we'll put from my variable I put this variable where I'm storing this value. So that's it. So if I use this complex number now, so instead of multiply by 2 I say complex numbering, and I pick 10. So this function, although we have added just one block here, it is basically doing all this because Scratch will automatically look what is under complex numbering, and it will pick that 10 and put this 10 in every place where you are using number or text, and then it will do all the math and it will come up with this answer, say my variable. So because we are storing everything in my variable, so that's why when I say my variable, that answer will be coming out. So let's see how it works. So yeah, it's saying 152. If you put any complex thing here like 100, that 2 is working, like 1520 is the answer. So that's how we use functions here in Scratch, and it is called MyBlocks. So in MyBlocks you can create your own block. All you have to do is define the name of that block, and if you want to add some kind of number or just a simple label, it can do all that, and under that you can put any logic, any number of blocks, and all that will be repeated. So your main code remains very simple, and you can continue with that main code. If you see, I have used my blocks here in this soccer game, and you can see my soccer game code in a separate place. I'm not discussing this as a complex algorithm, but you can build a lot of complex things with my blocks if you want. So that's all about using my blocks in Scratch. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.